Power to the peoples. We back at new maintenance. Yeah. We're gonna rock like Hamp Doom. And the Doomites that came in. What we up to? I see you. Let Darth. Let the beloved. We here. Welcome to the show. I see you. Nice day. Nice morning. Grand rising to you. Knicks won that game, baby. I watched it all. They did their thing. They did their thing. A 22 lead comeback. Wow. That's what you call the amazing Knicks. You feel me? Huh? What's wrong with this thing? We talking. I'm waiting. I see you. Don't forget to like what you type when you walk in, man. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. How you looking out there? Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. What's up? What's up? You see it. Yeah, that was a beautiful one, man. I couldn't believe it. Huh? I couldn't believe it. Huh? What we doing? What we doing? I'm looking, I'm waiting, I see you. We here. How you feel this morning? You good? I'm good too. We hustling. Will the Knicks win that chip? I think they will. I think they will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they did their thing. I see a sweep. I see one again. Nothing right now. I'm just listening to you, listening to them. We about to try to see what we can do. How you looking? How we looking? A historic comeback for Hamp Doom. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Darth Vader here, Hamp Doom here. Tupac chilling. Orange and blue men. That's right, baby. Orange and blue skies. Welcome to the show. Here today, man. Just that stomp by Hamp Doom. I'm stomping down on the competition. That's it, man. Just talking. They can't win. They try to knock it down my situation. No, I'm just Hamp Doom, son, with the mask. That's it. You got everybody else out there with their mask. Nobody say nothing, right? Huh? Where you from? Where you from? Huh? I show speed. What's up, son? You ain't got nobody over there. You're a troll. You just started in May. Get up out of here. You just started in May. Where you from? I like that. I like that. Straight out. Straight out. Yeah, I like that straight out of. No doubt straight. A lot of people wearing the mask they don't even know. You Irish? Salute. 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 Talk that talk. Now, I don't even know because it's been looking, you know what I'm saying? It's up and down out here, man. Feel me? So I don't mind stealing the time. They stealing the views. You steal the time. It's all good. Will the Knicks win the chip? Let me tell you something. You know, once they get past these guys here, San Antonio ain't got nothing, man. San Antonio ain't got nothing. We could beat San Antonio this time. Watching a lot of YouTube channels. They're playing against you, son. If you don't know, then go check YouTube. They should tell you who the Knicks playing. Stop playing around. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. They could have lost last night, but they did. They could have lost last night, but they did. You know why? We got Big Body Bronson, man. We got Big Body Bronson, man. Stay hydrated. You heard? Yo, I can't read. So, but you're trying to tell me, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to understand. Have to head out. Shop. Talk to you later. Drop the sub. Peace out. Hey, yo, Irish. The Irish fighter, man. Come back, man, when you finish. This is just 12 minutes. You only been here 12 minutes. You got to get here and talk that talk. So I'm going to check you later, all right? See how they talking? Stop talking like a gangster. This is the gangster. I am the gangster, son. YouTube gangster. That's it. Just the supervillain. When we look at you, you ain't got no channel. You a troll. 5 subscribers. Shut up. Shut your mouth. You can't read, son. You can't read. You can't read. Take that shit down the block, you heard? You come in here with any conversation, I'm erasing. I'm erasing. I can't read. You heard? Welcome to the show. You heard me? What, where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Get outside. Yeah, no doubt, man. It'll be quick. 4 games. You know what I'm saying? Sage. The Doom TV loves y'all too, man. Straight up and down. What we looking like? What we looking like? You know, I like to be down with your mother. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with your moms, man. You feel me, you troll? I'm down with your moms, son. It's Blue Glove Doom, a.k.a. Who Love Doom. Talk the talk. I'm waiting. You ain't talking dirty. I know today is 92 degrees. PM showers, at thunder showers later on. So we here. We here. Absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. We only 15 minutes in. Keep talking. I'm sitting here looking at you. You got other people that just sit there like this. And they look at you and they laugh at you. Yeah, we playing against Cleveland. Now you know. Now we know. Silverback, baby. It's the silverback. What up? What up? Huh? What up? We in the building. I don't own the rights to that music. I don't own the rights to that music. You feel me? Yeah, whatever you say, baby. Whatever you say, man. You donated, good. You did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This the work. Where you at? This the work. One, two. One, two. The hands. They looking for him. But where's they mans at? Where they fans at? This how they do it, kid, right? I already know. Orange and blue, that's the way to go. Early morning show, you're not the show. Me and Darth Vader, Tupac, we the show. And all the Doom Mike, yeah, we the show. Blue gloves choking niggas out till their face turn blue. This'll be a different skit for you and you. Check it out, color everything in the color blue. You will fall out the sky when it's all blue. Guess what? The sky not really blue. It's the color from a different color. When you look at the water, that's the reflection. All you got to see is me in my perfection. But check it. I'ma wreck this. Move all around it on a different record. Watch how I wreck this. You want the wrecks and effects? I came with it. Hit you with a back scratch and I scratch that. This'll be something different when you try to match that. You can't. All I do is sit back and count bands. Right. Throw you an Oscar the Grouch garbage can. We the new garbage truck picking it up. All we want is the new stuff. Where the drugs at? You got what? Nah, you ain't bring all the back. I came with the oil packs. You know what that was? The legendary running back. I ran it back. That's all I did was run it back. Straight up and down, man. Changing the culture. I'm the shareholder of the culture, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the trenches with this work, man. I don't know nothing. I'm just here doing the super villain of YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing, man. I broke the winning streak. 14 similes, 9 grams of amphetamine spread over the endocrines. White powder sprinkle over your spleen. I'm a 90-second machine, spitting words into 16. There you go. I broke the winning streak with 14 similes, 9 grams of amphetamine spread it over your endocrine. Word. I sprinkle white powder over your spleen. You already know that, see? I'm a 90-second machine. 90-second machine, see? Spit 90 seconds on you, see? We just talking, man. That's it. That was just, hello, how you doing? Run down on you with some work, man. That's all, man. That's all, man. Just came downstairs just to say hello to the hello. Just came downstairs to say hello to the hello. What up, y'all? What up? We in the trenches. We in the trenches. I want y'all to ask the peoples in the chat where they from. They're going to tell you exactly where they from. Ohio and stuff like that. Retardation, incest, no ancestry, just ancestry over there. He'll tell you. We can't read, son. We can't read. Take that down the block, man. We can't read, man. We can't read, son. You feel me? Can't read. You know what I'm saying? Today the New York Knicks won that game, 22-point comeback. Oh my Lord. I wish I could jump up and down, do cartwheels or something, man. Because everybody had the game over. Everybody had. I kept looking at the percentage. And I knew Coach Brown was going to tell Jalen Brunson, turn it up. I knew it. He was playing docile. And I knew that they was not going to get past. You know what I'm saying? I knew the Cavs was not going to get past them. They can't play D. They can't play D. You heard? They can't play no defense. And we didn't even bring out that other boy last night. We left him sitting on the bench. Still get paid. Still get paid. Feel me? Josh Hart, man, he was sitting back. They ain't even talk about OG, but he did his thing. Absolutely. You know we smoke the same. I was looking. No doubt. Oh, that's Amar. Okay, yeah, that's Amar. That's my brother. Yeah, what up, son? I just had to see who that was because you ain't been outside. That's Amir. That's yeah. All right. Now y'all can get back in the building. Now I got one of the doom sectors here now. Yeah, they definitely here. All right, I remember. Yeah, because it took. I like who that? That's the beloved. Well, that's Amar. He came to work. Yeah, they was out here. I had to send a couple of comments. Erased them. Can't read. I know how to read dirty and dirty money. They wasn't talking dirty. Yeah, you only 26 minutes into the show. Just something light. Just something light. You know what I'm saying? Just something light. Grand rising to you, beloved. Just something light. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I said, let me just shoot it outside real quick. This looks good. You know? I was looking at some shows yesterday. Wakanda hugs, you already know. Mm-hmm. Get him in the building. Get him in the building. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find out where this guy is from, man. His name is somebody Bestie. You heard? He's been in the show all day asking about New York City. Keep asking about New York City. I don't understand what they looking for. Where you from? He don't ask the question. He don't answer his question. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you no where they not from. They scared to tell you where they from. You know what I'm saying? You keep begging about what is New York. New York is the city, baby. New York, we so nice they named us twice. What you got? Hmm? Hmm? You don't got what we got. We New York City, man. You just saw the Knicks. 5 games. We 5 games, man. 5 games. Huh? Huh? Talk that talk, man. Hmm? Talk that talk. This the NBA playoffs. We here now. We here. So where you at? Don't run. Like what you type, don't run. You see what I'm wearing? It's New York, man. Mm-hmm. New York. And we gonna get more good players to come hang out. They're not gonna mess with the Jet. They're gonna keep them in there. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna mess with them. They're gonna keep them in there. They might just switch up the roster just a little bit. Mm-hmm. You feel me? No doubt. I'll take it off for you. You know what I mean? Whenever you're ready, just let me know. And they're not playing with it today because we got it on. I know we got it on today. It's crazy. I know we got it. I know we got it today. I know we work. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know we working. Mm-hmm. You hear that truck in the back too. You hear all the sound now. That's what I like about it. Hear everything. It's a live program, live in front of a studio audience. That's you and the folks out there. What up? Today is a little different due to the fact that the YouTube checks come out tomorrow for those who's monetized. You know you had a rough month this month. So put some away, man. Everybody should know what the time it is because they playing with the numbers like crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I was listening to this brother, man. He said the reason why they doing that to the algorithm, man. What was I watching? What was I watching? Oh, I was watching that brother, man, Antoine Davis. I mean Daniels. Big up to Anton Daniels, man. Good podcaster, getting his money. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate his ideas and appreciate everything that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's out there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anton, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What up? You gotta big it up. They not running. But I got what he told me. And I've been took that situation off. You know what I mean? I've been took that situation off, man. You know? I've been told him I didn't want that.
At YouTube today, an interesting thing about algorithms with YouTube, Mr. Beast's viewership, they said, has dropped 50%. Why has it dropped to 50%? He used to get these videos, 900 million views, 500 million views, 400 million views. Now it's 60 to 120 million views. Now somebody said, well, listen, give me a 60 to 120 million views. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's being impacted. What did YouTube do? YouTube on the back end controls what? Controls. Go look at any of the top 50 podcasts that we follow and go to their YouTube channel. You'll notice, why is this guy down to 600,000 views, 200,000 views, 800,000? He used to get 4.8 million views. Why is that guy that used to do 600,000 views down to 300,000 views, 150,000 views? What you will notice is the following. Rogan is number one podcast in 94 countries on Spotify. But on YouTube, it's who? Someone else, Midas Touch. But why is that? Why is YouTube putting this? Because YouTube came out and said they used to favor, because they control recommendations. The algorithms of YouTube, they control recommendations. Like, do you remember during COVID? During COVID, they're like, if you use the word, there was a certain word you use on the title, it would just drop off. Yep. Okay, whatever the words were. During COVID, there was like 50 words they didn't like. Mm-hmm. If you used it, it would automatically drop off. So don't use the word. All right, so people didn't use the word. Guess who controls the knob on YouTube viewership right now? YouTube does. You know what YouTube did? YouTube controlled the knob, and it was long form suggestion, and YouTube went like this and said short form. We don't want any more long form recommendation. Guess what YouTube announced last year? Going back to long form. YouTube last year announced as of July 15th, if it's a faceless YouTube channel, we're no longer paying you AdSense. Yep. What do you mean? So whoever controls the knob controls the viewership. So there is an element of the media changing on what they're favoring now. It's purely YouTube algorithm. Watch this. In mid-2026, they just made the announcement, YouTube's algorithm is increasingly favoring smaller emerging channels by prioritizing high-retention content over subscriber count. So what is YouTube doing now? They want more new people.
So Patrick Bet David, for context, right, is referring to a Reddit forum post. But at the same time, there's some right and there's some wrong in there. So, for example, YouTube has always favored long form content, but they reviewed the short form content, and they started pushing shorts a little bit more because of what was happening on TikTok. And so they had to adapt to the competition, as well as what was going on Instagram. Instagram is trash, in my opinion, because they don't even pay anything, and so there's no incentive. Since TikTok was sold to the American company, a lot of people have been complaining about the payouts on TikTok. YouTube is and will always be king. One thing we're not considering is the changing taste in the consumers. So, for example, Mr. Beast on his way up may have been generating a lot of revenue. Now I see more iShow Speed versus Mr. Beast, because you got to remember the age demographic changes. There's a lot of things that change. So while a lot of content creators will complain and say, well, no, it's the algorithm, I'm not being as recommended. Now, a lot of times you're just not as good, or you're not adapting with the times so that you'll still be able to retain your audience. And a lot of people have always complained. For me personally, every year has always been better than the last. I don't believe that I'm being necessarily pushed or not pushed. I think that my recommendations are largely coming from people sharing my content. So when I go into my analytics and I look and I say, well, what are people doing? Where are people finding me from? A lot of it comes from people sharing my content because they find it interesting, and that's how I continue to grow my audience. For me, I'm a little bit more platform agnostic also, because a lot of my people that really rock with me, they have moved also into my Patreon. Then we have more extensive conversations. That's where I post all of my vlogs, whereas I used to have vlogs on YouTube and stuff like that. So my certain live streams, vlogs, and all of that is catered to that demographic of people. My point is that things are going to continue to change, and you can't complain about the algorithm. The fact of the matter is that if you have good content and you are consistent and you resonate with people and you are keeping up with the times and the content that you post is relevant, then you will get subscribers. But the fact of the matter is that it's not just YouTube, it's also us also. So whereas we like to blame YouTube, so like, for example, he was talking about the algorithm and whether they're going to turn the knob up and turn the knob down. Yeah, that's correct when it came to COVID, right? During that time in the pandemic, especially with Biden in office, it's already been proven and released, especially on X, formerly known as Twitter and Facebook, that they were throttling. And more importantly, it was some people that was even losing their accounts for speaking about certain things, especially with regard to the vid and vaccine also. But at the same time, it's their rules and it's your responsibility to learn how to play it. The one thing he was wrong about is he was saying that YouTube is no longer going to monetize faceless content. It's not true. YouTube is not monetizing faceless AI content. That is basically taking advantage of being able to rapidly post content that don't have any value to people. They are still monetizing faceless content as long as, like, for example, a documentary or documenting and detailing something that's happening is absolutely being monetized, right? So you got to sift through the information. It's not always just flat and front and center. There's context that goes along with it.
YouTube sitting in a meeting and they're saying, man, we're not having as many new content creators.
Yeah.
I don't know if this makes sense. Like, if you go look at last week, Instagram did a massive purge of followership. Rob, can you go to Instagram purge last week? I want to say Kylie Jenner lost 14 million people on followership in a single day. Can you type in purge? Purge, what happened last week? Branson lost millions. Look at this, Vinny. Welcome to the greatest bot purge of 2026. Go a little bit lower, May 8th, exactly a week ago. Can you go to the names of people that lost, the amount of people they lost? Because right there. Okay. So there was Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, account losing 15.2 million. Cristiano Ronaldo lost 15 million followers in one day.
Jeez.
Kardashian lost 9.19. Kylie Jenner lost 7.12. Taylor Swift lost 7.2. Nike alone lost 5.9 million followers in one day. Purge, right? So if you look at somebody whose followership gets to a point and it doesn't change anymore, it's because you found your audience that's interested in you.
I don't understand the whole botting situation. That kind of makes no sense to me because, and I see the botting that happens on other platforms like Kick and Switch, to where they basically artificially trying to inflate it to make it seem like they're more important than they really are, so that they can have other people say, hey, what's going on over there? Instagram, I actually grew on Instagram, so I think that that's interesting to observe it and see it from that lens. I just think that all of this information and this insight is leading you to believe that it's important to grow an organic base, and the people that's going to rock with you is going to rock with you, and you also
That's it.
got to continue to be compelling, and you got to grow. And the type of content that you push out, if you keep pushing out little kitty content, that don't necessarily mean that it's going to translate similarly to what we see happening with Mr. Beast, right? So it's a give and take, right? And I also think that long form content is way more difficult, much harder. And that's why you see a fall off. TikTok is easy. Instagram is easy. All of those platforms is easy because you just jump in front of your phone and you just start saying a bunch of stuff and you're just talking. And that don't fly when you're talking about producing content. Over here on YouTube, this is the big leagues. This is where the big boys play. The big boys start to get into it and they really start to get a lot more engaged.
So that's it.
What is happening in the culture and what's happening when it comes to putting out better content. You got to have better microphones, better sets, and that don't guarantee success. So it's like opening up a business. And again, a lot of people just hit a ceiling because they don't grow past their audience or they're not trying to reach a new demographic or people may not resonate with them or something like that. But it's a combination of a lot of different things, and most people flame out over here on YouTube.
They're no longer like, now you have to either make a change or a shift or get a new audience to get the new audience. So YouTube hit a mark where they're like, we already have so many people that are content creators. We're everywhere in the world. What do? Then they said, stop recommending the big popular podcast. Start recommending the smaller podcasts. Why do you want to recommend the smaller podcasts? Why do you want to recommend the smaller?
Demand. You want young people to believe in themselves.
Because you don't think the bigger podcasts are going to stop, except you're going to inspire the smaller podcasts to climb up. Like, you know how you'll come and you say, I don't know what's going on, but
PBD be asking questions that he already be thinking that he have the answer to. He not asking you because he's looking for insight. He's asking you so that you can feed into what he wants to teach you about the situation. PBD is the main character, boy.
YouTube's on my side right now. I'd say, hey, don't mess with that. Yeah. Because whenever the algorithms are annoyed. So this is the part that you have to pivot. You have to adjust as a content creator and find out if they want to build a media company. You're seeing the big foxes and these companies that are now bringing talent and saying, hey, do a podcast. Hey, we'll support you doing this. Everyone has to pivot. But the reality, what the world is learning is whoever controls the knob controls the future content creators. Okay. Is Nick Fuentes on YouTube? No. Why is he not? Because of who controls the knob.
Of course.
Okay. So where is he back on? X. Why? Because of who controls the knob.
Elon.
Where is he at? He's at Rumble. Why? Because of who controls the knob. So you.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Nick Fuentes, and I don't review his content at all, but he's pretty incendiary, and I think that YouTube wants to market their platform to, more family-friendly type of situation, or people that observe, but is not looking for overly controversial, rage-baiting type of content.
You just got to keep in mind, whenever these companies want to elevate somebody or destroy somebody, they can't because they control the knob. This is a nasty part of the story. Now, this doesn't mean that's the main reason and only reason that, they're having a hard time with it. No. Do bots play a little bit of game? Probably, but not that much. Is it YouTube controlling the knob? And that's why I'm being shadow man. I've never liked when people said I'm being shadow man. No, just improve your content. Yeah. Make it better. Right. This is a brutal business to be in. The moment you take a camera and you go, I believe such and such, you are going to get attacked.
100%.
So if you don't like it, don't use the words. In my opinion, I believe. Just be quiet. But if you do say, I believe, in my opinion, expect people to come and hate on you as part of the territory, period. And they're going to get it right now. But trust me, in 6 months, it's going to be somebody else. In a year, it's going to be, then they're going to go, whoa, let me tell you what's going on with PBD5. Let me tell you what's going on. You're in the arena. Expect the heat that's going to come with it. But you can't also be like, well, I don't really give a shit what people. Be quiet. But if you do say, I believe, in my opinion, expect people to come and hate on you as part of the territory, period. And they're going to get it right now. But trust me, in 6 months, it's going to be somebody else. In a year, it's going to be, then they're going to go, whoa, let me tell you what's going on with PBD5. Let me tell you what's going on. You're in the arena. Expect the heat that's going to come with it. But you can't also be like, well, I don't really give a shit what people say about me. You're an idiot when you say stuff like that. You're a clown. You're an arrogant, entitled person when you say, I don't give a shit what people think about me. If that word has ever come out of your mouth on the idea that I don't need to improve, you're a has-been, and the market's going to destroy you. I don't care who you are. If my kids come up to me and let's just say Dylan starts scoring a bunch of goals, he becomes the best player, and he's in the car and says, I don't care what the new coach says about me. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? No. What did the coach say? He says, well, I'm not running as much as I used to. He's right. What do you mean? Yeah, take his feedback.
I think that what PBD is trying to say is that take the feedback of the audience and use that as leverage or motivation or insight so that you can change and be able to adjust to whatever the market is or the market conditions are.
So in all actuality, it is what it is. But see, I picked it up after people went on vacation. You know what I mean? Everybody went on vacation and whatnot. So, but they always come back because they know that this was the work. So I tend not to look at all that. I tend to just stay focused and work. You know what I mean? Because if I had to focus on what everybody is doing out there, McDoing, if I had to focus, right, it'd be a terrible opportunity, man. Because I don't want to deal with all that. You feel me? Now you see why I say stay organic, organic. I know the fans is not feeling me right now. I know that. I know some of them are. But soon something hits in the atmosphere, they'll be right back here. What I'm going to be doing, sitting in the Burberry chair or sitting at the trenches underneath Jesus' pictures. Huh? Huh? So I know the psychology, man. But see, that's if you content creating. McDoing, what up, baby? That's if you content creating. That's why I changed the dynamics. The saying that I'm not. I read contents of 7 different continents. That makes sense than trying to come here and explain play by play on what things is going on different lifestyles. To me, I believe they should know that already. They asked me what this show is about. We're about nothing. We're about just talking dirty, having fun, getting through the time that we got. I've been knew coming on this show would be heavy-handed. You know what I'm saying? I've been knew. I can't stop now. I monetize. Why stop? I ain't doing nothing past the guidelines. I'm just talking dirty. And I told YouTube what I wanted. I told them that this I want grown folks here. You know what I'm saying? This is a show for grown folks. I ain't got no show made for kids. So that gets me in the clear right there. And I got my disclaim, so I'm perfect. I got my own sage. We're good YouTubers over here, man. We YouTubing for real. Yeah, they not winning. That's why I stay in my lane. You know what I'm saying? You think all the greats worry about, time, you got to change with it. But what ain't broke, sometimes just tune it up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I say it. Not don't fix it. Just look at it again and see if it needs some oil change. See, that's how I look at the show. I been knew that this was going to happen. That's why I got my championship last year. It was last year around this time. It was like this too. We didn't start picking up until August, September, October, November, December. So I think those are our great months. Around this month last year, I still remember. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. That's why I don't take it too serious no more. I remember. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I remember. My little man was getting ready to be expired and all that. It was getting ready to come into this time too. Almost. Yeah, because it was starting to happen. Like, 'cause I remember last year, June, I fixed up my monetization. I fixed up my monetization when they said I was ready. I remember that. McDoom, salute. Brunson Burner was cooking last night, you heard? I was just talking about it, on how a historic comeback was beautiful, man. So I got a new plan. Y'all saw the work yesterday, sitting outside in the trenches with Sava and them, you know what I mean? That's how you work. So I understand what Anton was trying to tell us. You know, I was watching the channels last night. They wish they can get the numbers we getting now that we in their set of bringing out new work. Like Anton said, man, this is the big leagues, man. He said all other platforms are trash. YouTube is king. I believe that. That's why I work so hard, man, and hardly work. I think I changed. I think the other day or whatever week I did, I threw away all those applications. I threw them all away, son. I'm gonna deactivate every last platform except YouTube. Mm-hmm. YouTube is king. It's the big league. I want to be in the big leagues, man. The Ivy League. You know what I'm saying? Summer League. I want to be in it. I'm telling you, boy. We don't worry. You just stay in your focus. That's what we told Hamp doing. When Hamp doing went to the classroom, they said, don't worry about it. You're going to lose the fans. They're going to come right back because the movie coming out. Not only that, the movie is coming out. You heard? I wouldn't care who's here. I wouldn't care because guess what? Somebody going to tell me what's going to come through. Who's coming through, man? Why Hamp not worried? I want to see if people listen. Why Hamp not worried, man? Salute, beloved. Rashard Bell was good, son. Fuck cancer, you already know. Bell, well done. Why are we not worried? Huh? My team know the answer. Not only that the Knicks winning the championship. Not only that we winning with our Doomites and Doomettes. Not only that we in the world of greatness and YouTube is king. But we don't care about that sometimes. Nah, we acknowledge it. You know why we don't care? My team know the answer. I ain't gonna. They know the answer. We don't care. They doing anything. Yeah, you can run, you can hide. My team knows, man. The Doomites knows why we don't care. Somebody please tell them. Rashard Bell, may you please tell them. I'm glad for you. There you go. Diddy coming home. Sorry, phone was dying. Later. All right, baby, I see you. My queen wrote it down. Kyle Fly, no doubt. Congratulations. You need to give me the link to that so I could do it. Yeah, Diddy first touched the chip. Absolutely. Now we talking. The green coach is in the building. I ain't said nobody in no timeout. I ain't said nobody. I sat back for 54 minutes telling you what Anton was telling me to tell you why you think ain't nobody. The algorithm is the content. That's why I choose not to be a content creator. I'm a content reader on 7 different continents. It's better that way. You're gonna have people that rock with Doom, but they so in tune that they got to rock with Doom. They got to. They can't stop. They gotta keep doing it. It's like I told them, It's that YouTube crack. I ain't playing. Huh? I watched your show last night. I watched this last night. I saw that last night, but I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed with what I saw last night. I was more depressed. I was mad that I did 2 shows. I should have came back outside because I was a little bit with slumber. You lucky. I had a little slumber. My mind was a little bit laid back. Then this dog made a move earlier this morning. I'm sweating out of my mind from all the work I'm putting in. I wake up, he made a move, took him out early. They said it's 92 right now. We ain't going out to 7 o'clock, 7:30. We in the trenches. And they giving out that YouTube crack money tomorrow. Shh. Nigga picking up $900 tomorrow off of YouTube crack money. What did you pick up, YouTube? What did you pick up, YouTuber? What did you do? What did you pick? I want you to tell the people. At least the bum, Baron, is yelling out he's making what he's making. But what did you make? Conron, lying. You still complaining about some grown man and his son. I found Africa Bambaataa son. I knew him. I got his phone number. I know what clothes he wear. I know what socks he puts on. This guy was crazy. Taking the story back, it's too late. You want somebody to answer you right now. Conron, you want someone to answer your call because you want to take your story back. You sound like you on crack. B Stinger want his story back, y'all. Yo, I'm taking my story back, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? The man dead. Thanks, Kyle Fly. The man dead. You understand? Why would you want? Why? Listen, he might have to do a via video interview because he ain't coming to your house and y'all sitting across from each other laughing about classic pictures of Africa Bambaataa. That shit sound far-fetched, man. Sound like you're reaching for some attention. Wrong. See, the story resonates in 2016. We 10 years ahead now. It took that man 10 years to leave this earth after 2016. That's crazy. To go untouched, to not do no time, to not do anything after doing all that crime. That's crazy. But that's not for me, though. I'm just talking about you in the situation of why now. You had opportunities long ago, Ron. But you had it before. You had it when Hassan Campbell was like 200,000 or something like that. You had no. He was at 50, I think. I remember when this shit started. He was pushing almost 75. Then he had broken into pages. He got 3 pages. He broke it into pages. One page had this amount, the other page. So 2 pages there he got now. He got 2 plaques for 2 pages, eating off of 2 pages. Oh, man, that's a con right there. Pick up the Hassan Campbell. Straight up. That's a villain. That's a villain. I want to show info, everything info. You know what I'm saying? I congratulate Hassan Campbell. Nah, B Stinger, what had happened was when you had the algorithm jumping, you should have kept going. What you had did was you started to fall in love with those women. whatever women you was dealing with, lying to them, but you had it. You had the bag. I remember. I remember this shit like last night. The dream I had when I remember the guy in my dream, he was shooting up the place, man. And the dude that was doing it was like, yo, I'm doing it in the name of, I got your name. I said, what? I said, yo, man, hold on. I got the kids. That's all I remember telling him. And he was still busting the shot. What kind of gun he had? He had it was like a M16 in my dream. He had an M16. And as I was getting closer to the kids to shield them, you know what I'm saying? He was like, he was sweating, crying or something, sitting on the curb or something. And he actually executed himself. But my dream was I was protecting the babies. I saw that shit. I saw it. My job was protect the babies. That's what Wu-Tang told me to do. I was out there in my dream. That's a fucking super fan, nigga. I was dooming in my dreams. And I had my mask on in my dream, shielding the babies. Man, I don't know what kind of kids they were. I saw all kinds of kids. I can't, if I five, man, look, it was black, Chinese, Hispanics. It was like beautiful children. They was of age. Like they knew what time it was, but I was shielding them. I was like, yo, get over here, get over here. I threw my mask, I had my mask on, they ran to me. Oh, that's him, let's go. They gravitated to the mask and shit for safety. And I told them, yo, get down low. And I was looking, making sure, because this is bulletproof. So I was looking, making sure no kids, yo, anybody hurt, anybody hurt. All right, look, I had some, a bag, you know what I'm saying, with like 5 canteens in it and shit. So I gave them some water and all that, told them to share the water and all that, make sure they were safe. And that dude sat on that curb and he was looking at me. He was like, yo, I'm sorry, man. And he was running around. I said, yo, let me tell you something, man. I had to shield the babies. That was it. I had to shield the babies. I really didn't care about that shit. But let me finish. Yeah, Diddy coming home, son. So we understand that you will be a fan and you'll be back later. We understand all that. We understand that you ain't do nothing. But back to you, Khan Ron. Why now? Looking for some man. So you had Hassan Campbell. You had it. After they played you on the Fake Behind the Bar show, Hassan Campbell showed you 2 plaques. He showed you 2 plaques. He showed you 100,000 plaque, silver, and he showed you a gold plaque that's over 5 or some change. So you looked at that nigga and you was amazed, right? And you didn't do. Then you got back in the game. Then you stopped. You left that place, went somewhere else. You should have kept it going. The Leela Wells, the Khalil Amanis, the Side Netters. You should have ate it up. Hassan Campbell ate it up, and now look, he don't even look at them dudes. He don't even go back to their channels after he done robbed them. Now that was the greatest con. Hassan Campbell conned the YouTube world. That was the beautifulest trick I ever seen. Now that I think more and more. Yeah, he got shot. Yeah, he talked the talk. Yeah, he got the house. Yeah, he got all that shit by stealing, as you say. That's a villain. Congratulations, Hassan Campbell. Now Con Ron want to wake up. He's not eating. His checks looking low. His views looking low. He's outside hustling for hours and hours, looking beat, along with the homeless Baron. You next, homeless Baron. Why you can't sit still? Why you can't sit still, OG, without the Baron? You on the bus with homeless people, and you telling the people that you're not homeless. You running around talking about you gotta pay people. You need this. You need that. That's a sign of homelessness, boy. But the tenacity that you hustling, it gives me a satisfied for my spirit. I like it. I like, yeah, at least he hustling. But you looking rough out there. You looking rough, OG, without the band. And your boy Jake, he even looking bad. Got the same outfit on every day, same clothes, same shirt. Nobody's saying it, but they said something. Now they are. You worrying about girls in Washington. Worry about the content. Come outside. I gave you an alley-oop a few times. It worked. Now you died off and be looking at your show, talking about you ain't got no smokes. You looking to smoke. What else he's saying out there? He's back and forth into buffet. That's homeless material. Then the cooked food you get, you eating hot dogs with baked ziti or some shit. I said, is that what he eating? Baked ziti with hot dogs with ketchup on it, no mustard, just ketchup. Nasty. Nasty. It's amazing. I don't know, man. You know, listen, they not the real ones. These are the genetic trolls. They not the real trolls, man. These are the dummies. You know what I'm saying? They brought these niggas out as test dummies. They not the real trolls, God. The real trolls talk back. These niggas in here is just soft, man. You seen what we did the last time we gave the nigga the situation. He put you on the 24. So we ain't playing that game no more. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is real different, man. You feel me? These are not the real trolls. These are someone else that came to the classroom. We told you this is summer school anyway. So we got summer schools kids from all over. They just came to steal some extra credit and all that. Y'all heard what he said. But they gotta know what page you want them to go to. This one here, tell them. Y'all heard him. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I know summer school. I know the trolls. These guys is here to say, damn, at least he don't got too many moderators to block me. So that's why they here. You know what I mean? I don't care if you was the color of the camera that we using. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for hanging out. But we talk dirty over here. I'm just looking for the new trolls. But these new trolls here they're the fake trolls right now. The real trolls is on vacation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You talking about the trolls, man. Yeah, he said dumb trolls keep your channel very relevant regardless. Well, you know, I'm trying to teach them in a new classroom. This is a different school right now. You know what I'm saying? When I had that classroom with the trolls, we was clicking. Right now, it's what it is. You know, you sit down, you just throw the aim on the board, tell a nigga to write you a 500-page essay. That's what they doing. They writing a 500-page essay. You know what I'm saying? And you know, everybody here get a C minus type shit. You'll know the real ones. They'll be here. Know them. Some of them know the language. These are the new guys. Welcome to the show at an hour and 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We came to hustle. It's a nice warm day in New York City. They expressed to us that it will reach over 95 degrees. Now in New York City, that's hot for us. That's real hot. They might be telling people to go to an air. That's why I got the light off, but it still look bright because I got 3 angles. I got a fan right here blowing. He's okay. You know what I'm saying? Still, right now it's like 75 degrees right now. That's warm hot. And what time we got? It's only 9 o'clock. Hamp doing ball. Mm-hmm. They were still from their own mama. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Payday tomorrow. Absolutely. You know I'm gonna express it. Mm-hmm. You know I'm gonna express it. I'm expressing it right now. Expressing to them that we made it, right? For just that particular half of the moment. The other half would be how they make it when themselves or them shirts. Mm-hmm. To add up for what they made last check. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we understand the program. Mm-hmm. We understand the program. I don't know. Depends. It depends. Depends. I don't know. Everybody make different money. Depends on how his chat treat him. You know what I'm saying? I got a store. I selling t-shirts. So I'm monetize, you heard? And then I got my green coats. Thank you to Rashad Bell, McDoom, Penn Murray in the green coats. I got my ads that plays. It's pretty cool. It's very easy. I told him last June around this time, I was looking into it. I was putting it off. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, damn, I got to go back to every last video. That's what I had to do. Salute. Lifestyle. I had to go to every video and turn on the monitor. So that's why I turned it on. Mm-hmm. After I submitted my YouTube application for monetization, I had to go back into my whole page and turn on the videos, turn on the live. I remember sitting here at the computer sweating. My dog was there. I had the air. It was crazy. Yeah, but it'll slow down. That's only for the peoples that like you, Rashad Bell, Amy, Penn, you know what I'm saying, Lobo. It's mainly for y'all in the Wakanda hugs saying thank you. Of course the chat war bag too adds up. So yeah, I showed them the chat war bag. You know what I'm saying? The chat wars and dealing with YouTube was about maybe 9, along with my family. You feel me? So we working. That's what that means. Salute. See, you're only doing this for a limited time only anyway, Hampton. You're not gonna be because after we show them, it's on them now. Hassan Campbell did it a few times. I took his playbook. He showed a few times, and then people were starting to really get excited. And then he had to tell them it was fake. I remember that live back in the day. When he joined somebody live and he showed the trolls when they was like he wasn't making money. And he pulled out like 10 racks. Yup. He had $10,000 five times. That nigga had like 5 racks, 5 50,000 he pulled out. Word up. He had 50 G's on camera. I'll never forget that. That shit was pretty. Word. Neat. And he was saying the same thing I'm saying to the peoples today. Get up, make your channel, find your way, and that's it. It's just that easy. If you want the smoke, be prepared for it to, you know what I'm saying? Just have your firemen ready. That's all I can tell you. Get your fire company ready. If you want that smoke, they're gonna bring it, and you ain't putting it out, you're gonna get burnt and die and choke off of smoke inhalation and all that. So the whole joke is you out here, get you a fire engine, get your team, and roll. And I got mine. So I appreciate that. Through ups and downs, they know I still bring it. They know I still bring it. Because I understand. It don't bother me. Because the low YouTube channels I was watching the other day and the other days, and up to this day, they wish they could get these numbers that we get on a bad day. I watched them. Let alone they not doing anything past an hour anyway. They only staying within that range. So imagine if they push a 2-hour show. It'd be like 60 views, 80 views for them niggas. I seen it. I seen it. Few channels. And they tag me. And they can't, and I can't see they work. I don't understand. They like, yo, he mentioned you. Yeah, he mentioned me, but why I can't see it? I found out. He's not in the algorithm. He can't get 1,000 views. He can't get over 100 views. He can't get less than 500. And they want you to come back outside and say their name again. Hell no. You got to go to work, man. The reason why I say OG Barron, the home, we having what we doing, he donated to the show. That was funny. That was funny. Then I cash apped him right back on his show. Reciprocate. See how that worked? Because I like his enthusiasm in the YouTube world. He's not salty. He's bugging out with the chat right now. Can't do that, man. Gotta focus on what you came to do. See, I got green coats. I focus on them. I see a little bit of the peoples. I yell it out, what's up, what's up. Other than that, man, they trolls. You feel me? Yeah, put up anything. But you got that homeless look, and they see that. They see that the Baron of a no OG. Mm-hmm. The moderators that hang out with you, that came from my beautiful show, they stop looking around a little bit. Huh? They see that your channel is dancing around every morning. You on the bus. You ain't got no sleeping quarters. You looking tired. Your eyes got darkness underneath them. Wearing a mask. Talking about they're gonna recognize you now. I got them wearing a mask, a ski mask, shiesty mask, not a mask, but a mask as the language. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, yo, this guy's sitting in the corner, out in the street. He ain't got no headquarters to go inside. What are you gonna do when it gets cold? You might find a garage and do that out of the garage. Say, this is the only spot I got. See? Told you. Told you. It's crazy. It's crazy, B. That dude is on some new work, man. Yeah, probably go to the subway, but that's too much. Can't smoke down there. Your little blunts that you're gonna be trying to make, the wind blow it away. Huh? The OG without a Baron. Baron of a no OG. it's tough. I watch it. Your hair looking rough. You keep saying that your girl giving you money. We see what you're going through, but you gotta make it happen. You ain't picking up no cans. You ain't recycling nothing. In Washington D.C., it's clean out there. It ain't really nothing out there. They took all the bums, sent them to New York. So come to New York, man. You'll be all right out here. You get some money. You know what I'm saying? You get some money. Mm-hmm. Those trains is not obsolete. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in summer youth, they had us doing that back in the days. Paint the poles, erase the graffiti. We had fun doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? I used to do my job back in the days. I used to help my cousin carry his, you know what I'm saying, his Crayola spray cans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, crayon. Yeah, crayon spray cans. I think that's the name. Word. Because my job was to get the marbles. I had a marble hustle. I sold marbles. And each can had a different marble. So I was happy to just wait till he finished. You have to learn how to make a hole so the can can let out the air and it still spit a little bit of spray paint. So sometimes when I do that, I poke a hole in it and I try to write my name real quick on the ground and shit. You know what I mean? Classic days. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Your mother loves it, man. Your mother's the main audience. Her and her bingo girlfriends. Your aunt loves it. Her and her shopping girlfriends. Your girls love it. Her and her hair girlfriends. Your sister, who's of age, loves it. Her and her geek girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? The geek squad. Yeah, the sister is a geek. I love it. She understands mathematical problems. That's what it's all about. Talk dirt. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You hear this bum? Say he gonna make who with a. We don't trust niggas like you. And you got a Caesar Borgia picture. You a Caesar Borgia ass nigga. You a Caesar Borgia. Look at him. He's Caesar Borgia. Hacksaw Hamp Duggan. You already know I'm dugging it out, man. Hamp Duggan. Duggan. Not Duggan. Duggan. Hamp Duggan. You got to talk that talk. Hamp Duggan. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Hamp Duggan. Yeah. I like that. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show. We in the trenches. It's an hour and 23 minutes. So you riding around saying all the hey mans and J man, jump man, whatever you're trying to tell. Con Ron is excited. Yellow number 5, chill out. AKA Caesar Borgia. That's what we call him over here now. Yellow number 5. These niggas is yellow number 5. Right, Michelle Bell? They are yellow number 5s, man. And him right there with the Caesar Borgia, he's definitely yellow number 5. Definitely yellow number 5. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They said Brock Lesnar returned back to the WWE, which is Raw. He went back to Raw. Well, same people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Caesar Borgia, the Renaissance man. That's crazy. He said, Hamp, at what age did you realize you were going to be such a success? Now, I'm gonna try to answer that with a memory. You know what I'm saying? I knew it right after I got my Jimmy Henchman deal. Yeah, because all through the small years, I knew success. Because I knew how to lead. I knew how to read. I knew how to stampede on a situation with great ways of doing things indeed. Mm. It started from Clearpool Camp. I'll never forget Clearpool Camp. CPC. Hmm. I knew I was going to be a success when I knew how to, when I started swimming, when I knew how to swim. That did let me know I ain't need nothing in life because I knew how to swim. Once that lifeguard showed me the techniques on how to dive in the water, exhale, inhale, how to hold your breath, how to doggy paddle as they say, tread water as the word that they call it, and then coming back to life with YouTube. So success always was embedded. Just needed the opportunity sometimes. I remember talking to this brother. Me and him spoke on that. I said, yo, man, I wasn't trying to say nothing down. I was trying to say, man, it's rough for us because we got to do this. And he was like, not really. He said, y'all wouldn't have to go through all this if they just give the opportunity. So I took that. And that's what it is, the opportunity. Makes you a success story. Be careful of the opportunity. Because he can knock. They tell us he can knock at any time. But you got to be judgmental about it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't use that after the Jimmy Henchman contract. You know what I mean? See, before you seen people dance around and made they downfall or made they upward, you know what I'm saying? And then they had a downward. They would probably say it or do it all over again, but this time different. I say the same thing. You know what I mean? If the levels have to match. The levels gotta have a connection. Like basketball, right? Or you'll say acting, right? The reason why I'm yelling it out is because I went back to some old school films. And when I went back to it, I saw the connect on how they think. You know what I'm saying? The partnership of being a partner to the work that you love. So they love the work, they partner with the work. Now the outside life could be a little difficult. So they may just be together all the time. Nothing in between. You gotta stop that. You gotta stop thinking. Because the wife and the husband think the same thing. So normally they do a husband-wife thing together, but they work many hours together. You know what I'm saying? So in this case here, we see that people is not in sync. So you can't spread out no more. You know, sometimes people word ain't working no more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really be, gotta hold it. Definitely gotta hold it. I'm serious. Adrian Broner lost that money. Now he back on in the area code of fame again. And now it's like people want more pieces of it. Yo, come on this show. Come with me. I could give you a better deal. Why? Adrian Broner go back to Dean. Tell him, yo, this is what they say. Dean fix it. Apparently, Dean can fix it. And bring him back down to reality. It ain't about the drinking. That's what makes it fun. Let him drink. He'll know when to stop. Huh? Right now, he's having a good time. See, Adrian Broner is in the stage of he's grieving. And the only way he can grieve is by having some jokes, being on him or being jokeful. Anybody could go viral, man. It's how much level of it you want. Viral is scary success too, and it's a blissful success. It's not always you want that. You will want the see. I would want the look, right? The views, as the you know what I mean, because you can have a little leeway. I know if I put the mask on and walk out there, I'm gonna have an attraction. I know that. I did it yesterday. The streets was looking, people was looking, the bus was looking. I'm pushing the cart. Strange. But somebody might not have said nothing but said something. Oh, I saw that shit before. He's on my YouTube feed. That's this guy named Doom TV. Went out there and represented. Had my YouTube uniform on. You know what I'm saying? Putting it together. Basically, when you got somebody that train you at 6 years old and tell you at 6 years old you're gonna have a lot of money, but they didn't tell them how to hold the money. Just told them you're gonna be the greatest boxer of all boxers in this weight class. At 6 years old, the man took him in, molded him. Adrian Broner became the 4-time champion, son. Thanks to Coach Mike, AIP to his coach. Then all the family members started leaving. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't have mercy. Nope. I wouldn't have mercy. Because this is what they say. Where was you at when I was down and out? Like right now, we are in the balance of up and up. But the team who was here, they knew, they saw it. It was amazing. It was a laser show every day. You know, it was a light show every day. It was excellent work. You know? Now we here at the year that I first started dealing with this until I got to the August month. Because I was grieving. My little man went back to the essence. That shit hurt. So I had to challenge my energy. And it was a good way to do it around Virgo season. Because Virgo season is us. It opened up a different portal for me to move around and collect 9,000 subscribers where I was only 3,000 subscribers last year. And some change, but just the word 3,000 subscribers. I was 3,000 subscribers last year. Yeah. And in this year now, in May 20th, getting ready to receive another YouTube check in May 21st. And we have 9 G's. I don't really worry about why they not here. The guy just explained it. People just subscribe to be funny. And sometimes they come out when they need to come out because all they jokes can't be said no more on other shows because they got blue wrenches and all that. You know what I mean? See, they ran from us because we called them out thousands of times. They were scared, had them nervous. You know what I mean? Broke them down. You know what I'm saying? Broke them down over there. Now, they go to another summer school class. They be back. They be back. They're going to say, yo, you still out here dooming? Yeah, son. I like that. I like that. That's funny. Doom used to be Mr. 3030 Mac. Yeah, son. I was 3,000. That's what I had this. I named it that too. Mr. 3000. Yup. And I kept grinding. I wasn't getting nothing. I was getting the same amount of people in the building when I had the 3,000. I just kept doing it. Then when I finally picked up people that in the dollar menu, it was like a few. I was just laughing. I was like, it'll work, but it'll probably be like this. And then it started to fastly grow. And I said, okay, that's an audience now. Let me work that. Stay with that. Keep them happy now. The gray coats, no disrespect, Doom Sector, Doom Squad. But it was mad real with them, you know what I mean? It was mad real back then. I picked up those good folks. Picked up those good folks at Ace Hardware store, you heard? Picked up these good folks at the Ace Hardware store. I saw a few of them at Home Depot. Huh? All right, that's better. Okay, that's a little better. So Con Ron and the homeless bum. If they saw me work every day and say, yeah, I go to work. I got a good job. They're like, no, you don't. You work at the recycles. You'll see me there every day. Because you see me there every day. So I'm showing you a live every day about homeless people saying, yo, I ain't homeless. You don't say, well, this is where I stay at. Nah, you homeless. Showing us you on the bus with the homeless. They dancing all day, sleeping. You tell us this. You running around with them. Quiet too, so you don't disturb their rest. That's where you sleep at. They got a homeless bus out there. Imagine New York had that shit. Yo, this is the bus for homeless. They just get on the bus and they just sleep. And I just go stop and I ride around to the last stop. Something like that. You know what I mean? I'll take them to the location where they can eat. Tell them another bus will come. It's like 4 buses in Washington, D.C. that does homeless rides. You know what I'm saying? He on it every day. You know somebody's feet stink. You know somebody passing gas. That's natural. Huh? Huh? Can't really open the windows, but the bus driver will tell you got the AC on and all that. Huh? Mad work out there for him. Feel me? Mad work out there for the homeless bum, man. Mm. Mad work for him, man. And just the time, that's vital right there. I don't know why he didn't pick up 700,000 behind him riding on the bus with the homeless. Might as well sit with them and just film them. You'll find somebody with an interesting story. Maybe you can pinpoint it and grow from it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's how the game go, man. Straight up and down. I just came here to throw him on the ground real quick. That's what it was, man. Mm-hmm. So the peoples that's dealing and wheeling, I better see some money, man. I better see some money tomorrow. Yesterday I did the work. Today is a light work today. I'm gonna run out there and get this guy his food. I don't know what happened to him, but he's all right now. Hang out. Mm-hmm. All right. We did 140 yesterday. What they did to us yesterday? How they got us yesterday? Yeah. Okay, it was like 138. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, 'cause that's how I have to design it. Mm-hmm. And like the brother was saying too, you know, it's a whole lot of different atmosphere that you got to present this work. If you can't present it the right way, then you're gonna have it the way it is. See, I'm in cruise control. I'm not in nothing no more. I'm over 1 million views worldwide. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a great accomplishment. I ain't checked the number in a while though. You know what I'm saying? I saw it, I saw the wave. I saw that, you know. I just wish the people that was with me, you're on Google. Shit, you made it. Yeah, I'm on Google. I forgot about that. I'm on Google. Thanks to OG Barron for telling me. He told me, he said, yo, check your name, dude. I was like, word? Yeah, I'm on Google too. For those who hit it after I showed them. But that was easy. The guy said, where the rest of the article? Well, type it up. I didn't want to keep screenshotting all. I just threw it up as a hello guys, you know what I'm saying? So every day I look up Rashad Bell and I say, look, Ma, I made it. I'm not in no jail. I'm not in no trouble. You know, I'm not stressed. I'm depressed for some of the work that's out here. Other than that, I'm not depressed in real life. I'm a little bit like more handling gotta be done. That's cool. But far as like, damn guys, I gotta finish this. I don't know what I'm gonna do after the show. I might. Nah, I ain't got that in my vocabulary. Yo, y'all better be here when I get back outside. That's how I tell you. Y'all better be here when I get back outside. When I get out, I don't know. When I get out here, you better be here. I might do another live show. I don't know. Nigga, go wash up. Somebody gotta wash up. Go take a bath. Then come on the show. When you saying you might gotta do things, that's a problem of you not comfortable. Y'all better be out when I get back outside. I always tell them that. Y'all know what to do. So yeah, man, I made it. Right now, I'm just looking for somebody that's excited about working to have fun for about 3, 4, 5 rounds, and then we can skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? And still yell out from time to time. See, OG Barron, without the Baron, he had it, then he stopped. And then he started begging and running around and looking homeless. Terrible. We have 145. Hoover Nation. I don't know. Big up to Larry Hoover. All I can say about all those guys, Tookie Wilson, AIP, Larry Hoover, and what's the brother name? From Washington, D.C., Wayne Perry, AIP. Just a lot of money. Not on their behalf, but the behalf of the people was just too greedy. You know? You tell a nigga I'll be back and handle this. First thing a nigga will tell you when he doing something crazy, he'll point his finger and tell you right then and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm in charge. I don't know. I wasn't too deep with the history with that, like that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had to touch down with that classification. You know what I mean? Everybody had to do it. You get where I'm coming from? Some people didn't have to, but some applications was answered. You understand where I'm getting at? Some applications was answered to handle that job. But a lot of people danced in the operation of that category you just said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rayful. Rayful Edna. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, all those peoples had a dwelling in the atmosphere of that life. I just think it was overwhelmed power that was suppressed. You know what I'm saying? Because that power was like fear. You know what I'm saying? That power was fear. Like you had to walk on 2 eggshells. Not eggshells, 2 of them. Zombie, what's up? You have to walk on 2 eggshells. You know what I mean? If one broke, you got another one to try to tiptoe on. You better hurry up, man. Peace, Lord, no doubt. So you gotta think, right? We thinking. You hear me? So, and today is truth or square anyway, right? Today is wisdom cipher, man. I'm being born with wisdom. So, yeah, we working. We working. Standing on our truth or square right now, holding it down. New York Knicks came out of that beat down yesterday and beat them down. Beautiful. New York is moving. Nobody ain't sad. You know what I mean? Knicks in 4. Because the sweep from the Knicks doing to the Cavs can scare. If gotta get this if in there. If OKC don't come out of it. See, 2 of these games went to overtime. Both teams went to overtime. It ain't gonna be anything except, you know, this is a long time coming, so it's gonna be private celebrations, parades, a lot of police activity, a lot of cutoffs. A lot of money gonna be spent. A lot of money gonna be spent that day. A lot of money. Madison Square Garden might hold a 7-day event after the Knicks win. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it'll be a great summer for the Knicks. You know? It'll be a summer. Yo, we at 150. It'll be a good summer.